I never imagined that one night of passion with an alien queen would lead to this moment. Today, I am being crowned king of the most powerful empire in the Milky Way. My name is Jax Teller, and my life has never been normal. When I was 12 years old, my parents were abducted by aliens, and they never came back. I was raised by a foster family who were all in on some shady government stuff, which ended up with me having to kill them all when I was 18. That's why when the beautiful alien princess, Lyra, showed up at my door at age 21, claiming to be from the planet Alaric and needing my help to save her people, I was very reluctant to help her. But she was so darn cute and sweet that it only took me about 5 minutes to agree to take her somewhere safe. That was 5 years ago. Now we're ruling over the galaxy together, conquering planet after planet and spreading our love along the way. Well, I guess not spreading because I only have eyes for one woman, and that's the one who took me for a one-night experiment 5 years ago, the alien queen who now wants to crown me king. Lyra and I were on a mission to stop the evil Galactic Federation from taking over more planets. We had just successfully liberated the planet Zedon from the Federation's control, and we were celebrating with the Zedians in their capital city. Queen Alara was there too, with her entourage. Alara is the most beautiful woman in the galaxy. If Lyra is a 10, then Alara is at least a 20. I can't describe how beautiful she is. With skin like polished obsidian, hair like spun gold, and eyes that shone like twin stars, she is truly breathtaking. But looks aren't everything. And Alara's inner beauty is just as stunning as her outer beauty. She's kind, compassionate, and fiercely protective of those she cares about. And as if that wasn't enough, she's also incredibly powerful. As the queen of the Alaric Empire, she has the ability to command entire armies and bend the galaxy to her will. Yet despite her power, she's humble and down to earth. She never lets it go to her head, and she always remembers where she came from. It's no wonder I fell in love with her. We had just toasted to the Zedians' freedom when the queen approached me, her eyes shining with amusement. "Jax," she said, her voice like the chime of 1,000 bells. "You look troubled." "It's nothing, Alara," I replied, forcing a smile. "Just thinking about what planet we should liberate next." She leaned closer, her gaze penetrating my facade. "You're hiding something from me, Jax. You have been distant lately, and I can sense your turmoil. What is it that troubles you?" I sighed. There was no point in hiding things from her. I could feel her gaze boring into me, and I knew she wouldn't rest until I told her what was on my mind. Besides, I needed her help. "It's about my past, Alara," I said, my voice low. "My foster parents, the ones who raised me after my real parents disappeared, they weren't really my foster parents. They were government agents who were watching me, studying me, experimenting on me. They wanted to weaponize me, turn me into a killing machine. And I killed them all." I braced myself for her reaction, but she didn't respond right away. She stood there for a moment, her expression unreadable. Finally, she spoke, her voice soft. "Why didn't you tell me this before, Jax? Why did you keep it a secret?" I don't know," I stammered. "I guess I was ashamed." "I thought you wouldn't understand." She reached out, touching my cheek with her cool, smooth hand. "Never keep secrets from me again, Jax," she said, her eyes boring into mine. "I am your queen, your partner, your lover. I am here to help you, to support you, to understand you. Don't ever forget that." I looked into her eyes, her gaze unwavering, her presence comforting. In that moment, I knew I could tell her anything. And I did. I told her about my parents, about the nightmares that still plagued me, about the guilt I felt, about the fear that I would never be good enough for her. And as I spoke, I felt a weight lifting, a burden easing. I had never been able to open up like this before, not even to Lyra, my own girlfriend. When I finished, Alara was silent for a moment. Then she did something that took me completely by surprise. She leaned in and kissed me, a deep, passionate kiss that sent shivers down my spine. It was like nothing I had ever experienced before, so intense, so overwhelming that I could barely breathe. And when she pulled away, her eyes were shining with tears. "Oh, Jax," she whispered, her voice thick with emotion. "I am so sorry. I had no idea. I never meant to hurt you." "Don't be sorry," I said, taking her hands in mine. "It's not your fault. I should have told you. I'm sorry for keeping it from you." She shook her head, her eyes searching mine. "No, you don't understand. I am sorry because I kept you from your true destiny. I should have brought you to Alaric years ago. You belong with my people, Jax. You are one of us now." I frowned. "What do you mean?" She led me to a throne room where the members of her court were gathered. They gasped when they saw me, and I felt awkward under their stares. I didn't know what was going on, but I trusted Alara. She led me to the center of the room and knelt before me. "My liege," she said, her voice echoing through the chamber, "I present to you the King of Alaric." The room erupted in cheers, and I felt a surge of emotions wash over me. King of Alaric, of the most powerful empire in the Milky Way. Me? How is this possible? Alara looked up at me, her eyes shining with love and admiration. "You have proven yourself to be a true leader, Jax," she said. "Brave, compassionate, strong. My people need a king, and I believe you are the one." As I looked out at the faces of the Alaric people, I saw hope, excitement, trust. They believed in me, and that gave me strength. I may not have been born into royalty, but I had proven myself worthy. I had led armies into battle, liberated planets from oppression, saved countless lives. I was not just a soldier or a liberator. I was a king. But my thoughts were interrupted by the sound of footsteps. Queen Lyra emerged from the shadows, her face pale, her eyes wide with alarm. "Lyra!" I cried out, rushing to her side. "What's wrong? Is everything okay?" She looked up at me, her gaze desperate. "Alara, she's gone," she whispered, her voice shaking. "The queen, she's vanished." I felt a chill run down my spine. "What? How?" I don't know," Lyra stammered, tears welling up in her eyes. "I just got back from a mission, and I found the palace empty. Her court, her guards, everyone is gone. It's like she disappeared into thin air." A sense of foreboding washed over me. I knew that look in Lyra's eyes, the haunted, terrified look she got whenever she had a vision of the future. This was no ordinary disappearance. Something terrible had happened to Alara, and I knew I had to do something to bring her back. I turned to the assembled nobles, my heart heavy. "My friends, my allies," I began, my voice echoing through the throne room. "We have been struck by a grave misfortune. Our beloved queen, Alara, has vanished, and we must do everything in our power to find her." The crowd gasped, murmuring among themselves. I could see the worry and confusion on their faces, but I pressed on. "Lyra has seen a vision of our queen being taken by the very beings we have sworn," I continued, my voice grim. "The Galactic Federation has taken Alara, and I fear they mean to use her as a bargaining chip against us." The crowd gasped again, their murmurs growing louder. The Galactic Federation was our sworn enemy, a tyrannical regime that ruled through fear and oppression. To think that they had taken Alara, our beloved queen, was unthinkable. But I knew that the fate of our empire, of our very survival, rested on my shoulders. I was the king now, and it was my duty to protect my people, to bring back our queen no matter the cost. With a heavy heart and a steely resolve, I turned to my warriors, my knights, and my rogues. "We ride at dawn," I declared, my voice ringing with determination. "We will find our queen and bring her home, or we die trying." As the crowd cheered, their voices echoing through the vastness of the throne room, I knew that I wasn't just fighting for Alara. I was fighting for the hope of our people, for the dream of a galaxy free from tyranny and oppression. I was fighting for our very survival. And I knew that no matter the odds, no matter the sacrifice, I would bring her back. Because I loved her, and she was worth fighting for. Because she was my queen.